Hi guys, it's me. I'm back. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. It's been a long ass time since I've made a video. I came back and wanted to roleplay, and I just saw that, you know, this game right here, it's been pretty ass. Well, very ass lately. And I honestly just can't find it in my heart to play Wintertide anymore. And honestly, I've been struggling for a really long time to scratch that itch like for roleplay. And I know that you have like this game and all these other games, but they just don't hit the same, and honestly I'm not really that interested. But then one day I saw my friends on a game, this game right here, Tidewater Deep Winter. Now for reference, I joined this wonderful, friendly, inviting community back during the great days of Mirage. You know, back when we had like this for combat and then it turned into that. Yeah, I've been a really big fan of After The Flash ever since. I mean, this is the only game that keeps me coming back to Roblox. And the game has brought me like so many great friends. I've met so many great people. I don't really have to explain it to you guys because I'm sure a lot of y'all feel the same way. Wintertide just doesn't hit anymore, and I'm not here to make like a retrospect video to like tell you guys like what I think the developers did wrong or what Chad could have done better, or like just how badly the game has been handled within the last year, you know. I'm not here to make a video about that because I'm sure there's like a billion fucking ATF8 retrospect videos. Like, y'all are not interested in that, I already know. Honestly, I'm here to talk about this game right here. Now, I've only been playing it for a week, but I've got to tell you that Tidewater Deep Winter is a really good game. First, let me give you a quick rundown of what Tidewater Deep Winter actually is, in case you're unaware. It's an After the Flash game, but it's not made by the same people who made After the Flash, Flash Interactive. It's a fan-made recreation by Tidal Interactive. Basically, has the same setting, the same factions, the same locations as everything in the original game, 6.5, but it has an entirely different plot planned out for it. The game takes place in the year 2033, 7 months after the Flash, and basically it's hell. The whole setting is supposed to be hell, and I think the game does a really good job at portraying that. You know, everyone you see on the street in Drasted is literal human trash, and I'm drawn to this game and community just because of that. And my favorite part, there is no circle roleplay here. I know I made a video about stop circle roleplaying in After the Flash. But okay, this server might not be like a very good example for it, but I've very rarely seen any circle roleplay in this game, and it's amazing. Like, this map is huge. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what makes Deep Winter a good game? I asked this question to some of my friends. My friend Gunzo was the first person I decided to ask, since every time I look at Roblox, he's playing this game. Here was his response. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing out loud, but to put everything he said in short, Deep Winter is more survival focused and immersive with a much stronger atmosphere, while ATF8 feels more like a late stage PvP heavy loot server with 10x loot. Another really good point that Gunzo brought up, and I'm going to quote him on this, is that Deep Winter is a bit better on capturing the mood of being in freezing weather, and it's mostly due to the effects that they have scattered around on the map, like the fog or blizzard stuff. With ATF8, you can't really get a sense on how cold it is due to nothing really telling you how cold it is in the present, and with people not really role-playing it being freezing cold. ATF8 is supposed to be as cold or even colder than Deep Winter, yet that isn't really emphasized with anything in game. I can't really talk about much else because Deep Winter is still a relatively new game, but I can tell you what I hope to see in the future. The number one thing I hope for in Deep Winter is that it has a solid story where most events take place within the game's region. And I think I speak for a lot of players on this, also hope that the story has more of an effect on unaffiliated players, and it doesn't try to do a million arcs all at once. When the game becomes oversaturated with several different storylines all happening at the same time, it becomes too much to take in for your average player, and half the time, there isn't really a story being told. It's just summaries of faction events that you have nothing to do with. I really hope to see the opposite in Deep Winter, where the story might have 2 or 3 things going on at once, but all the factions and players in game have something to do with it. That way, you're actually telling a story, because nobody cares what's happening to Faction A or Faction B 500 miles outside the game's region. So if you need a breath of fresh air and need a more grounded game to roleplay in, and if you're tired of low-quality public servers, I highly suggest checking out Deep Winter. I'll leave a link to Tidal Interactive's Discord and the game itself in the comments and description below. And I'm really excited to see what the future is for this game, and I hope it continues to move in the right direction, because I personally think it's really fun and really well made. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.